Hello, and welcome to Council Recap, where we take the content of the City Council meetings and give you the breakdown. I'm Kayla Moeller. This week, we will start in the resolution portion of the meeting. Resolution 8310 was passed to accept funds through the State of California's Office of Traffic Safety for the Ride to Live Motorcycle Education Grant. The goal of the program is to conduct motorcycle safety classes for the general public. The Hawthorne Police Department will receive the money and actively promote the safety classes. Next, Resolution 8311 was passed to accept another grant through the Office of Traffic Safety for the Selective Traffic Enforcement Program. The goal for this one is to conduct specified traffic-related enforcement operations in conjunction with educational and safety programs. The police department will participate in several national traffic-related safety campaigns. Then, Council voted to approve Resolution 8315 to re-ratify the state of emergency as declared by Governor Gavin Newsom and to reauthorize remote meetings for City Council through December 9th, 2021. Assembly Bill 361 requires that the city makes compliance findings every 30 days. This resolution will authorize the council to make the same findings for all city council, city commissions, and committees meetings for another 30 days. Resolution 8316 was passed to express support for the Brand Huang Mendoza Tripartisan Land Use Initiative to amend Article 11 of the Constitution of California to make zoning and land use regulations up to the cities rather than the state. Next, Resolution 8317 was adopted to approve an MOU with community partners regarding a donation to the city to be used for community improvements, public services, or organizations designated by the city. The resolution authorizes the city manager to execute the MOU in final form. The Council approved Resolution 8318 to proclaim November 2021 as Alzheimer's Awareness Month in the city of Hawthorne. Alzheimer's disease and related dementias are one of the fastest growing diseases of our time, and Hawthorne is in support of the efforts of the Alzheimer's Association to raise awareness and funding for research. And finally, Resolution 8319 was adopted to proclaim November 2021 as Native American Heritage Month in the city of Hawthorne. Los Angeles County is home to more Native Americans than any other county across the U.S., and this month is a time to celebrate rich and diverse cultures, traditions, and histories, and to acknowledge the important contributions of Native people. In the public hearing portion, Ordinance 2225 had its first reading to introduce an amendment to the Hawthorne Municipal Code to regulate mixed-use overlay zoning and to adopt a notice of exemption in accordance with the California Environmental Quality Act. And in the ordinances portion of the meeting, Ordinance 2226 was adopted to amend certain chapters in the Hawthorne Municipal Code regarding organic waste disposal reduction requirements, and some of these amendments include code enforcement, building standards codes, and modifications for recyclable materials, organic materials, and solid waste collection and disposal. Next, Ordinance 2227 had its first reading to introduce a smoking ban in enclosed common areas of multi-residential units, as well as public areas like service areas, outdoor public events, and city properties. Further discussion will take place at the December 14th, 2021 meeting. In the general matters portion, Council voted to amend a section of the employment agreement between City Manager Vontre Norris and the City of Hawthorne in regards to health insurance. In the City Manager's consent calendar, Council received and filed a report for 120th Street traffic concerns involving vehicle speed and accidents that occurred between Doty Avenue and Kornblum Avenue. Staff has implemented several speed-reducing measures. For example, lowering the speed limit from 40 miles per hour to 35 miles per hour and painting an edge line along with the westbound traffic. Next, Council approved a purchase order to South Bay Ford for the purchase of 3 new 2022 Ford Interceptors for the police department. These cars will serve as backup units while other vehicles are undergoing repairs. Then, Council voted to authorize the city to enter into the Home Investment Partnership's American Rescue Plan Grant Agreement with the U.S. Housing and Urban Development for the period of November 9th, 2021 through September 30th, 2030 to help create affordable housing and services for people experiencing or at risk of experiencing homelessness. Council also voted to authorize the city manager to execute and keep record of the necessary documents. Next, Council approved an amendment to the professional services agreement with LDM Associates, Inc. to provide professional services necessary to administer and implement the CDBG and Home Investment Partnership programs. Council also voted to authorize the city manager to execute and keep record of those necessary documents. Then, Council voted to approve a purchase order to Catholic Charities of Los Angeles for homeless coordination services. The BPOs will provide programs for the city to work with a variety of local and regional public agencies, businesses, and nonprofit organizations. Homelessness coordinators will provide aid with the planning and delivery of homeless services. Next, Council approved the city treasurer's request to increase investments through multi-bank securities and authorize designated City of Hawthorne officers to execute transfers of up to $3 million of the city's general fund to invest in fixed investments. Council received and filed information about the benefits of a vacant property registration ordinance and gave direction to draft and implement a VPRO program. When a property becomes vacant, staff performs an inspection, providing the owner a list of potential nuisance concerns. The process is now proactive and more universally beneficial to property owners and the city. Then, Council approved progress payment number 3 to Martinez Landscape Company for the Holly and Ramona Parks improvement projects. At Holly Park, this project will replace play and exercise equipment, construct a community garden, and add barbecue pits. At Ramona Park, new exercise equipment was installed and the bocce area and basketball court were rehabilitated. In the city attorney's consent calendar, one claim was denied. Well, that's it for the meeting this week. Thank you for joining us for Council Recap. Remember, you can always watch City Council meetings in their entirety by going to www.youtube.com and searching for Hawthorne Community Television. Stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you next time.